Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about ways to make money and save money. Gabby Gayaya here. This video is an extension of my COVID video. I felt the need to make this video because just like many other people, I was confused and did not know what precautions to take to keep my family safe while in quarantine. So hopefully these tips help you guys out. If you haven't already, feel free to click the subscribe button, like and share. Share this video with anyone who you think would enjoy this video. Sharing my videos help me so much, so thank you guys for helping me out with that. Thank you to my new subscribers, and thank you to everyone who has left me comments. It helps my channel grow and it helps me improve my content. Having that said, let's go ahead and get started. So one of the things that you definitely will need is hand sanitizer. It is very important that you keep a hand sanitizer in your room, in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in the living room. Every area that you will be in, you must have hand sanitizer. You want to make sure you sanitize your hands before touching a doorknob. So before leaving a room and after leaving a room, make sure that you sanitize your hands to prevent cross-contamination. As long as your hand sanitizer is 62% alcohol or more, you should be fine. So 62% is the minimum requirement. You want to make sure that after you apply hand sanitizer that you rub your hands together until dry. So don't wipe your hands off on anything else. Just let it air dry. Or as you're rubbing your hands together, the hand sanitizer dries on its own. The next thing that you will need is Lysol spray or any other type of disinfectant spray. You want to make sure that you spray down all your surfaces in your room or any other room that you come in contact with. This will keep you from cross-contaminating the virus throughout the home. Along with Lysol spray, you will also need disinfecting wipes such as Clorox or Lysol wipes. It is very important that you do wipe down the surfaces as well, especially if you're sharing a restroom with other people in the household. As soon as you enter the restroom, you want to make sure that you try to limit whatever you touch and you wipe down everything. If you use the faucet, if you use the door handles, anything, just wipe everything down because the virus can live on surfaces and in the air for several hours. So you want to make sure that if you do share a restroom, that no one enters the restroom for anywhere between 3 to 6 hours to make sure that the virus is no longer in the air and that whatever surfaces you wipe down have completely dried up. The next thing that you will need is a disposable mask. It is very important that you keep the mask on when you are around other people or when you are outside of your room. So you do want to limit your contact with other people, but if you absolutely must be outside of your room, like to be in the kitchen or to be in a restroom, you want to make sure you wear the mask. As I mentioned earlier, the virus can survive in the air for a few hours, so you want to make sure that you prevent causing that effect. So by wearing the mask, you are creating that barrier so you don't breathe out and the virus does not stay in the air. Once you're in your room, as long as you keep your windows open and have enough ventilation, you should be able to flush out that virus. But if you leave your room, just keep in mind that you are sharing the household with other people, so keep limiting the exposure helps prevent the spread. Keep in mind that you do have to change your mask every single day because when you are sick, you're constantly coughing. This soils the mask pretty often. So keeping a disposable mask handy every single day will help prevent the spread. If you have the reusable or the cloth kind, you just want to make sure that you wash it after every use, so every day. So you would have to have multiple masks with you. So having disposable masks is easier because you can remove it, throw it away, and replace it with a new one. So let's say that throughout the day you're constantly coughing and you're constantly soiling the mask. Just replace it with the new one. And remember not to touch your mask while you're wearing it. So I know sometimes you might be tempted to pull it or to touch your face. As long as you are sick, you must refrain from touching the mask. The next item you will need are disposable gloves. These are very handy because when you are wiping down surfaces, it protects your hands from the chemicals. It also helps you while you're doing laundry. So if you have dirty laundry that you have been wearing while in COVID quarantine, you want to make sure that you do not cross contaminate. So wearing gloves while handling anything that you think might have been infected with the virus helps protect your hands as well. For any other family members living in the same household, gloves are also going to be helpful for them, especially if they will be handling some of your items. So, if they will be taking anything to your room, or if they might be touching the same doorknobs, even though you guys are using hand sanitizer, in case you guys don't have enough hand sanitizer throughout the house, wearing the gloves is going to help them from coming in contact with the virus. The next item you will also definitely need are disposable dinnerware. So, disposable cups, disposable plates, disposable spoons, forks, and knives. The reason this is very important is because it prevents people from sharing the same utensils. It limits the exposure to the virus, and it's easier to dispose. So, if anyone else is prepping your meals, they can just serve your food on a disposable plate, leave it on a tray or outside your door. After you pick it up and after your meal is done, you can just dispose of it. There's no need to wash, no need for dishes to pile up. It's very easy to handle. Having a trash bag in your room is also helpful because you can have a trash bag for your dirty laundry and a trash bag for any trash that you need to dispose. That makes it so much easier to transfer after your quarantine time is over, instead of having to leave the room constantly to throw out trash or to put in laundry. Another important thing to keep in mind is that if you are sharing the restroom, make sure you do not share towels with anyone else in the household, simply because the virus can linger on the cloth and you don't want to spread that to other family members. But if you absolutely can, try to avoid sharing a restroom, just because it is so easily to cross-contaminate. You use so many of the same items within the restroom, so keeping people out of the restroom is going to help prevent them from becoming infected or putting them at risk of exposure. But if you absolutely must, just make sure that the towels are the one item you should not share. One important tip is that you want to make sure you're constantly washing your hands. You and everyone else in the household, washing your hands before consuming any meals or anything, before putting anything in your mouth. You want to make sure you wash your hands. Be touching anything, you want to wash your hands. On top of using hand sanitizer, you just want to make sure that you touch every base. You want to be taking every proper precaution. So washing hands and using hand sanitizer simultaneously is definitely going to lower the risk. One helpful tip is if you sing the happy birthday song, you know that you have washed your hands for 20 seconds at least, and that is going to help get rid of any bacteria or viruses existing on your hands. Try to stay away from people. Try not to be around people in the same household. Try not to be in the same room with other people. No hugging. Don't have anyone else come over your house, so don't have any visitors, and limit your contact with pets. Try not to be around your pets. Try not to touch your pets, because there is that risk of contaminating pets as well. Even though you are wearing a mask, it is safer to stay away than to take the risk of possibly infecting either the air or someone else. Another helpful tip is having a delivery service such as Instacart. And no, this video is not being sponsored by Instacart, but I mention it because it is a very helpful service. When I was in quarantine, I used Instacart, and it was a lifesaver because they were able to deliver my groceries to my home, and whoever was home was just able to open the door and pack everything for me. They did not have to make a trip to the grocery store, and no one had to leave the home. So if you are in quarantine on your own, keeping you from leaving the household will be extremely helpful because you will be able to get lots of rest and recover sooner, and you don't have to expose anyone else to the virus. So Instacart has a promo where you can use their service for 2 weeks for free. So it's a 2-week free trial, and after that it is a $99 service fee for a whole year. In my opinion, that's really good because it's about $7 per month, and if you have a very hectic schedule, this can be a lifesaver for you because groceries will be delivered to your doorstep. There is a minimum purchase for your order to get free delivery. Otherwise, if you just want a couple things, you only pay a small fee. I believe it's $6 or $7 for delivery, but in my opinion, totally worth it. Well, that wraps things up. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really do hope that this video was very helpful. I tried to cover as many things as possible to help keep you guys safe. Please share this video with anyone that you know because it's going to help prevent the spread and it's going to help us recover back to our normal lives that we all truly deeply miss. And feel free to leave a comment below if you guys have any additional suggestions as to how we can help prevent the spread or how we can help stay safe within our household. I'm sure everyone within the YouTube community will appreciate the tips. Please feel free to click the subscribe button if you already haven't done so. Click the like button and share with everyone that you know. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys at my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.